Oh, God love him, he is walking on water.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, outdoor enthusiasts. Welcome back to another episode of WV Hiking Adventures. And we are currently at the tippy top of West Virginia. That's right, we're at Spruce Knob. This is the highest point in West Virginia, and this is where we're going to be starting off our next adventure. We're going to be doing a loop. It's going to consist of the Huckleberry Trail, the Lumberjack Trail, and Seneca Trail. If things go as planned, we might even be checking into the old plane wreckage from the crash back in 1973. If we find that, I'll tell you more about it. Basically, Chipmunk got off work at about 12:30. We drove up here, got here about 3:30. Tried to sleep a little bit in the truck. It's about 6:30 right now. I just woke up. Chipmunk ran out to the observation deck real quick to see what it looked like out there. It's really cloudy here. Today is supposed to be great, but then we're supposed to be getting some kind of torrential thunderstorms, hail, all kinds of craziness starting tomorrow at about noon. This is Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday, and I'm going to start getting stuff ready. Join us. Alright, so here's the game plan. Obviously, we're right here. We're going to go up Seneca Trail, cut across Huckleberry and get on the High Meadow Trail. And at this point, we're going to get on the Lumberjack Trail. Somewhere in this neighborhood is where the plane crash is. And then we come back down the Lumberjack Trail. This thing's supposed to be a soggy, muddy mess. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get started. Now, from what I understand, we're kind of doing this loop backwards from the way most people do it. But I'm doing this for a reason. We have been getting just tons and tons of rain lately. In fact, there was a big, huge thunderstorm last night that came through the area. And then we're supposed to be getting this huge guy coming in tomorrow. Big old golf ball size hail. Jack, who's with us, of course, scared to death of thunder, gunfire, fireworks, any kind of loud noise. So we're kind of wanting to avoid that. The other reason we're going this way is there's no gauge for Seneca Creek, and I know we have to do at least 2, I think 3 crossings on it. So basically add those 2 up together, and what we're looking at is we're going to try to do the majority. We've got a 14-mile loop. We're going to try to do about 13 of it today. That's the game plan. And that way I know there's campsites right near the other end of the loop. So hopefully we're going to knock most of this out, and the storms aren't supposed to roll in until about noon tomorrow when we get out of here. The other reason I'm wanting to do the loop backwards, the real reason I want to go backwards, is because of the creek crossings. There's no gauge for this creek. We have absolutely no idea how big it is. I know a lot of the other local creeks are kind of raging right now. I don't want to do 11 of the 14 miles, find out we can't get Jack across the river, have to double back. He's never pulled a 20-miler in a day. I don't think he'll be able to do it. Plus, we'd definitely be night hiking to try to get out here and not subject him to the thunderstorms. So that is the plan. We'll see how it all plays out. Sorry, that was long and convoluted and rambled, but it's first thing in the morning. I haven't had coffee, but that's what you get. Some just absolutely beautiful scenery as we first start out the trail. Neither one of us have done this before. Right here in the beginning, The trail is beautifully maintained. You've got these areas over here where it's kind of opened up. You've got your ferns. And then these beautiful ponds right here on the side of the trail. Of course, I am joined, as usual, by Chipmunk and Jack. Family that hikes together stays together. And bam, just like that. We came out of that more open area where we had ponds on one side, and it is just full-on ponds. This is kind of neat. I heard someone describe this as it's kind of like walking through a Lord of the Rings movie. I kind of get that now. Alrighty, we got to the first creek crossing. This is definitely not Seneca Creek though, and it's definitely not the real first crossing. Oh, Jack's like, time out, I'm thirsty. He's like, I don't want to get in the mud. Just hang out here. All right. Pretty neat. We're not even a mile in yet. We just passed by the first established campsite. Had a fire ring, a couple of the stone seats. There are supposed to be an abundance of camping sites along Seneca here. In fact, we're supposed to encounter one of the prettiest campsites in West Virginia, and we're going to see if we can make a quick pit stop. We're not camping there tonight, but we're going to see if we can find it and get a tag of it. And wow! Check it out, Chipmunk. This is new for us. We are usually at the gorge or in a wilderness situation. This trail actually has blazes. Wow, I feel like a professional hiker now. So yeah, we're only a mile in, but like, nice signs. These are new. There's no light, you can't read it, but yeah, nice new signs. In fact, it hasn't even set in concrete yet. This pole, the post hole, has just been dug in. So they're definitely doing trail maintenance out here. Just, you know, as long as nobody picks that up and turns it around. No, I won't do it. And blazes. This is kind of crazy for us. Just gorgeous looking. And I'm pretty sure this is the offshoot of Seneca that we're gonna have to cross, so this is looking promising. Alrighty, this is a pretty nifty little campsite right by the creek. In fact, the creek actually tries to split in two. It's kind of dried off on this end, but great little spot. It's got a built-in stone couch, bunch of firewood. Yeah. Pretty. The sun hits it even though we're in the middle of this lush forest. I mean, we're only a couple of miles in, but man, this thing is already exceeding expectations. I did not think the trail was going to be in this great a shape. I'm really liking this thing so far. I remember seeing this on the syntax video. This is where Denali almost went over. This is the little drop. Only the whole thing was pouring over. Whereas I'm out here standing on it, about slipped. That'd be great. Fall down there. Water's not deep, but banging my head off the rock wouldn't feel good. And this is our first creek crossing today, so I am feeling absolutely fantastic because this is going to be easy. Alrighty. And again, the trail is well marked out here. Got another little trail intersection, no big deal to us though. This is where you'd turn off to the Allegheny Mountain Trail or Gandy Creek, but we are heading straight up. So far we've only run into one other backpacker about 2 miles in. He was coming out and yeah, he'd come in for fishing, spent the night. Haven't really seen any other hikers or backpackers. We have seen about half a dozen fishermen. I've heard this is a pretty popular fishing creek, so yeah, I guess so. And just really pretty too. I mean, we've been basically following this thing since about a half a mile in. And this is a really pretty creek, really pretty hike. And yeah, this is basically what the trails look like the whole time. A little rocky, but really not bad at all. Nowhere near as muddy as I thought. And to be honest, we've been very, very low grade, but we've been rolling downhill the whole time. I don't think we've gone 10 foot up so far. This one's right across the creek, but yet another campsite. The big old stone couch, fire ring. Just tons of camping so far in the first 4 miles. And we're going to take a time out for a water break, apparently. Come on, buddy. He's trying to rock hop it. All right, this is what I was expecting more of today. See, we found some. Still not that bad though. Alrighty, we're gonna take a little break right here by the creek. We're about 5 miles in. We're gonna stop, do a little snack, grab some water, because I've been digging it. I've only been carrying about a half a liter so far, but we are about to start meandering away from the creek, I believe, so it's time to fill up. Oh, nice, beautiful little cascade. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but there is actually a big old campsite over there. A little further upstream, I think I hear another waterfall, but here's a neat feature. I've never seen this on a video before. Somebody has built a big old bridge right here. All right, we are at the trail junction. This is where we head up Judy Springs. I'm going to check the GPS to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we're going over this bridge and hitting some steep. We'll check the GPS to make sure. All right, so I'm glad I looked at the GPS. The little blip in blue guy's us. That right-hand turn, Judy Springs, where I thought we had to do, that was on the other loop I was thinking of. We actually keep getting to go straight up Seneca Creek Trail for several more miles, and I think we get to avoid the big steep run up the mountain. I know you're very disappointed, aren't you?
Oh yes, so disappointed.
Or we're about to get lost, but you know, it's a coin toss.
I never get lost. Never ever.
Do I have to put up footage? It is tough to make progress on the trail with all these cool little drops. I think right over there we've got to add another campsite. They're just everywhere. And all by creeks. Super easy water everywhere so far. Alright, it was bound to finally happen. We are no longer walking downhill. Alright, maybe we are now. False alarm, that was it. Walk around the boulder. And back into the flats again. Thought we were leaving the creek, but apparently not. Trail is still following it. Oh, look at this. Man, I want to kayak this thing with some water in it. There's just all kinds of cool little 4 or 5 foot drops and sliding boards like this. Alrighty guys, this is the really cool spot we were talking about earlier. Some consider to be one of the best campsites in West Virginia. It's got an old grist wheel down there, huge fire ring, awesome hammock opportunities. And we've got this beautiful waterfall right here. Absolutely stellar. And apparently the fishing's not too bad here either. Yeah, this is awesome. Very nice. Right by the creek. Alright, we've got a little bit of a creek crossing right here. And the fun part, creek crossing is not bad. Coming down the trail to the creek crossing is fun. Awesome. Not even pulling her down the hill. And that is a lot steeper than it looks. My dog seems to be trying to rock hop today. Oh, he totally is. Yeah, this is the one I was worried about. Nice and shallow. Worst thing that happens is you get wet feet. Yours okay. Dry?
Yeah, dry. Dry.
Okay, granted, not a very big campsite, but wow. No, just kidding. This is amazing. If anybody is in the whitewater, you're gonna love hiking this creek. It's just spectacular. So we've come out of the pines finally. It's pretty much an immediate transition. We're getting into some hardwoods. Some more grass coming out onto the trail. It's kind of closing in, giving us a little bit of the tunnel feel. And yet another use for the trekking poles. We keep finding uses for them. I might just have to make a video. Alrighty, we have found this little campsite here. We're about to an intersection. We're going to make a turn, so we're going to stop and do lunch. Hey, what do you know? It's 12:15. Sounds like a good time for lunch, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Check out all the orange butterflies hanging out in the fire ring. We're gonna take off as I get close a bit. Neat. Alrighty, we have pretty much finished up lunch. We're getting ready to hit back onto the trail. We are about to our next junction. And I think we're finally gonna get some elevation. We were just looking at the GPS while we were eating. We have gained 109 feet, which I really can't believe. However, we've lost 869, so yeah, we've just been real slow, but gradually heading downhill the whole way. What goes down must come up, so we're gonna take a couple minutes to get everything ready and head on down the trail. Alrighty, we've come to a trail intersection, and I'm going to let Chipmunk decide which way we go. So this could be entertaining, could be a long hike. Alright, this is going to be a little deep on him. Come on, everybody. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. He's not really keen on swimming or water. Oh, God love him. He is walking on rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, stop for 1 second. I just wanted to get out of the way because I know there's a good shake coming up. Right about, there we go, right about there. Good job, buddy. I am proud of you. Yeah. I definitely didn't want my little boy messing with that guy. Or what's downstream. Alrighty, finally! We get to go up, 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 up. To the top of the mountain, I believe, and it looks like we're gonna follow some blue blazes. I could be wrong. Let's find out. All right, so right there was that first little waterfall dumping into the creek, and we're just following the trail along here now. Did this little crossing and heading up some more. Finally, we getting to do some uphill hiking. Chipmunk went down on the last creek crossing. Unfortunately, it's out in the middle and didn't have my camera out. Yeah, totally different vibe to the trail right now. I mean, the creek's still down there and you can hear it, but we're not walking right along it anymore. We're up above it. Hill to one side, hill to the other. One of those kind of deals. All right, so we are actually on the Horton Trail now, and while we're up above Seneca Creek, we're actually heading back upstream and appear to be following some blue blazes, like that one. So I'm not sure what creek this is we're following now, but it's a little tributary of Seneca. if you're worried about water, don't, at least on the first half of this guy. It's pretty much stop whenever you want. You can definitely get away with one water bottle, at least the first half. I'll let you know when that changes. Yeah, super low volume trickle, but this thing's steep. I'll have to check the GPS to the top, but I'd say we're probably climbing about 200 foot a mile right now. Maybe a little more. Alrighty, that wasn't too bad. It's only supposed to be like 0.8 of a mile or something like that. 0.4 of a mile. 0.4 of a mile. Okay, so no biggie. Made up to the top, and we're hanging a left. I could be wrong, but I believe we are getting into the high meadows area. Yeah, we're about to be real exposed. Woohoo!
Oh, watch your sticks.
Okay, that didn't last as anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to. Okay, big meadows, and pretty cool. We just ran into two backpackers that had just been to the plane wreckage, so it's kind of nice to talk to them for a minute, give us a little break. But anyway, how quickly it goes from that, boom, into the dark, scary woods. Looking for a plane wreck in the dark, scary woods. Did I mention that this plane went down on October 31st? I'm not poking fun. It's a fact. I remember hearing about this plane wreck when I was a little kid. I just started researching it a few months ago. Not a lot of stuff out there. We get in there, I'll try to share what I've learned so far. Gotta get there first though. So yeah, it's a little dark. It's because we're staying in the shade. The vertical didn't stop. We kind of keep coming out of meadows and into forest, and out in the meadows, get cooked in the sun, and into the forest for a little bit and get some shade. But it's meandering on up there. And there we go. Back out into the big meadows again. It's really pretty out here. And it's gorgeous. Wildflowers everywhere. It's just exposed and you do get a little hot. Wow, what a great day though. Look at it, it's beautiful out. Yeah, definitely hard to believe that it was 54 degrees this morning when we got up. Yeah, I see why everybody else kind of goes the other direction on this thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, all steep downhill and just a very gradual, ever so gradual uphill if you go that way. Us, we had the gradual downhill and then just kabam, heading straight up.
Up the mountain.
Up, up, up. But I think we're almost to the turnaround. Get on the lumberjack trail and see if we can't find this plane crash. In a minute. Oh no, she's fallen again. Nah, just taking a little rest.
Right in the middle of the trail.
It's steep and we're old and well, we just don't rightly give a damn right now. Neither's Jack. Oh, that's what we've been looking for right there. Yes. All right. If you want to be a weenie, then you go ahead and hike this trail. What would that be? Counterclockwise. Where you got the big elevation going downhill. If you want to be burly, do it like us. Because I'll tell you what, that High Meadows Trail, whoo boy, that was a fun one. Now that we're up here at the top of the ridge line, it has changed again. Back into the big pines, and I mean big, big, big. This guy is go stand by that. There we go. It kind of puts it in frame of reference. Yeah, it's big. What kind of plant is this?
They look like bleeding hearts.
Bleeding hearts.
I don't know if they are.
Check it out.
Ooh, cool.
They're just growing up out of the rock. That's crazy looking. So you hear about Lumberjack Trail being muddy, a little messy. This, this is kind of what it looks like here. What I don't get is some people don't like this. Seriously, this is some of the most fun on the whole trail. It's technical, and you get to play in mud. How can you beat that? Oh, and we're in the shade. Oh, that feels so good. That High Meadow Trail, every once in a while you get in the woods, but you're exposed a lot. Luckily, we were smart and did it in the like noon to 2 range, so we got a little extra UV for our money. Alrighty. According to my GPS, well, the Gaia GPS, we're like right on top of this thing, and we've been walking around for a while looking for it. We are just not finding it, and as much as I hate to walk away from it, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there, and we're gonna have to be boogieing on down the trail. And we're gonna keep looking for a little bit longer as we keep heading down the trail, but yeah, we can't just keep bushwhacking. And too bad, because we ran into a couple of guys today that found it. So, all right, well, we're gonna look for a little bit more and then head her down. Promise you one thing though, if we don't find it this trip,
Yeah?
we'll be back. Maybe do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're still heading down the Lumberjack Trail. We didn't find the airplane today, but on the plus side, we haven't gotten lost. Like, we haven't even had to turn around and go back or anything like that, so. A+ for that. Yeah, this is kind of cool. It's not a little creek, it's not a creek crossing, it's the trail. Part of the thing with the Lumberjack Trail and why it's always so muddy is, first of all, it doesn't have very good drainage. Second of all, it's got natural springs on it. So yeah, it's muddy pretty much year round. Alrighty, game plan's always changing, always changing. So the only disadvantage that I've seen so far here, the Lumberjack Trail, some people complain about the mud, but I'm digging it. And there is a lot of it. Not like on Seneca Creek with the tons of established campsites. And there's reason for that. The environs are just not very hospitable for a lot of this. Lots of little itty bitty growth. Maybe a controlled burn would do some good. So anyway, the plan now is we're just gonna finish the whole loop out. And which did turn out to be a little longer. It was as steep as I knew, but I didn't measure something right. We're definitely doing more miles than I thought. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and finish out the whole loop. Get back to the beginning of the loop. Start again, in essence. Sorry, I'm trying to cross this here creek. And grab one of those first campsites. And spend the night, set up camp, and get out of here before the thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. So we're gonna start moving a little bit and see what happens. Alrighty, we have made it to the other end. We have finished the lumberjack trail. Whew. I'll be honest, when we were at the top of the ridgeline dealing with all the mud, that was okay. That was pretty fun. Once we got back down here at the bottom, it wasn't even technical. It was just full on, you'd have 50 yards of bogs, a foot to 2 foot deep that you had to navigate around. I mean, they really weren't passable. But we got it done. Let me see what we've got so far for mileage. Alrighty, according to the old GPS, this loop is 17.2 miles, not 13.7. So no big deal. I am going to run down to the loop real quick to the other end. Got about maybe half to a full mile down the road. I'm going to run down there. Jack's wore out, man. He has never done 17-mile day before, and I got to hand it to him. Look at him. He is a trooper. He's coming in smiling. What do you think, buddy? You just set all kinds of records for you today. So glad we didn't have the pack on him.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, no.
So I'm gonna run down there, get the truck, come back here, and then we're gonna try to restart the loop again and grab one of those first few spots on Seneca Trail. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, cool. Oh, I'll tell you what, Jack's not the only one I'm proud of. Not sure if Deb's done a 17 before. She got a little wore out, but man, she stuck with it. She just kept trudging on and was taking care of Jack for 80% of it. So kudos to the chipmunk. All right, we are just about back. I believe I see my truck down there. That's always a good sign. Wow, there is just a buttload of cars. I'm not positive we're gonna be camping tonight. At least not here. I mean, wow, they're lined out. So who knows? Maybe just doing a 18-mile day hike with a full load. Who knows? Nothing else, we're gonna go to the observation deck and eat. I've had snacks today. Quick lunch. I'm ready for some munching. So, couple of wins, couple of loses. Didn't find the plane, no big deal. It's a couple hours from my house. I'll come back up and find it. I'm a little determined now. Muddy. No big deal. I like the mud. Didn't get lost any. That was a plus. And yes, the brand new WV Hiking Adventures shuttle bus is still here. Yay. All right, I'm gonna run up the road and get Chipmunk. Awesome, good news. So I just ran into a couple of guys that are fishing that I talked to for a little bit early this morning when we were very first starting out on the trail. They were just coming out, had a good day fishing. They were into talking for a minute. And I asked them when they were coming out if they had noticed any of those first few campsites on Seneca Creek. And they're like, man, we didn't see anybody camping in any of the sites coming out. So we might be able to snag something, actually get to stay here tonight and not just do a big old day hike. Chipmunks work too hard. I don't want to bum her out. And to be honest, I want to eat.